Okay, we are getting started here. Let me get the comments going. And I'm hoping. All right, why are we in the red? All right, hang on. All right, let's see. Hang on, I'm still doing some. There we go. There we go. Let me get the light out behind my head. Oh, let's see. Here we go again. We're going to do this again. Let me move my head over. Nope, wrong way. Hang on. All right, welcome everyone. I'm trying to hide the light bulb behind my head. Give me just a second. Here we go. I'm doing this again. I think I've got, it's on this side, so I need to move it back. I am getting organized. Sorry about that. Let's see how that does. If I get my head, oh my Lord, I keep moving it the wrong way. Nope, it's got to come back this way. There we go. I had this problem Friday, I think it was. There we go. All right. Welcome, everyone. I'm Dawn Duvall, and welcome to Tuesday with our Facebook Live. And I am coming to you from Fort Myers, Florida. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have been doing this craziness. I'm putting a mint in my mouth, sorry. I've been doing this craziness for about 12 years. So if you like to craft and you don't take things too seriously and you want to have fun when you're watching card making, then you are in the right spot. So if you're out there in Facebook land or on YouTube, make sure you comment. Let me know that you're out there. If this is your first time, let me know that as well, and welcome. And if you like what you see tonight, then please share, if you don't mind, with your crafty friends. I'd greatly appreciate it. And so right now we'll wait, see if we can get some people on board. We'll start in a couple of minutes. And I'm just going to get myself organized here. I've been trying to clean up my craft room, and it's a major mess. And I just got to make the time to do it. So anyways, okay, let's see. I'm going to take a break. Whoopsie. And we're going to zen down. I got my lights on. We got everything working. So we are ready to roll. And I have water. And we're good. Okay, and I know it's the few days before the 4th of July, but hopefully everybody is around. If not, they may, might be out of town for all I know, but that's okay. This is always a replay, and if you're watching this on Facebook, you're on my Facebook page, and I am also streaming to my YouTube channel. So it's 7:02. We'll give it another probably 2 minutes, and then we'll get started. I'll do my housekeeping. We're going to make 2 cards this evening. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? Oh, it's hot. Let me tell you. I feel your pain. I hate to even go outside anymore. It's so freaking hot, And the dog, she walks out, and she's not even stepped 2 feet out, and she's already panting. So, pardon me. It's crazy, isn't it? It's just, the weather has been, it's just extremely hot, but, considering we just started the 1st of July, and we've got major hurricanes going on. Oh my God, it's just craziness. So hopefully, maybe it's starting early and maybe it will end up and we won't have any problems in the next couple of months. But we've got rain. I don't know about y'all, but we're having rain off and on. So, it's everything. But all you can do is stay inside, right? And drink lots of water. That's what I say. Let me get my stuff together, and we will get started here in just a few minutes. My stuff is coming through. There we go. Making sure I got my glue working. I got my scissors. I need to get that. So what else am I got to do? I got my glue dots. I got that. Checking to make sure I got everything. I have been busy cleaning out retired stuff. So for those, and I forgot to put it in my newsletter this morning, but if you're not on my newsletter, make sure you sign up for it, because I do provide additional free tutorials through there as well. And I'm packaging up, I have packaged up 5 mystery boxes of retired stamp sets that I have for sale. $95. It's got about $150, $160 worth of value. It's got a stamp bundle, 2 additional stamp sets, an embossing folder, and then it has the previous year, not this previous, this previous year's in colors. So I have the cardstock, the blends, the Stampin' Right marker, the ink pad, the ink refill, ribbon. Some of them have the coordinating ribbon and DSP. Hey, Karen. And then there's all sorts of paper, designer series paper that I've thrown in there. Some boxes, some embellishments, some bags, whatever. So mystery boxes are still available. Let me know if you'd like the link to get one. Let me know. Just leave me a comment and I'll be more than happy to do that. So well, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to go through a quick housekeeping and then we'll get started making our 2. They're really easy cards and they're absolutely, I like them. They're easy and they're beautiful. And one's a fun fold. So I haven't uploaded these. So if you're on my newsletter, I will post this in the next week in the newsletter. I forgot to put it in there, but I have the new coupons for the end of this year going into April of 2025. So in July, if you purchase a bundle, any bundle of your choice, I will give you an additional 5% off, and that's through the end of July. Now don't forget, we do start bonus days. I'll go over that with you as well in just a minute. And then in August, if you purchase a coordinating, well, anyways, I'm going to upload this in my, I'll put it on the email next week. So if you're on my newsletter, you can print this out and keep it. If you decide you want to purchase something, just notify me. You can message me or whatever that you're going to use the coupon. And then what I'll do is if you pay full price, I'll just go ahead and reimburse you for whatever the difference is with, or whatever it is that you're gonna get based on that product. Okay, so that's probably going to be the easiest way. Otherwise, I'm going to have to put your order in and take your credit card and all that. So it'd be easier if you just purchase it. Then I'll just refund you by check, Venmo, Zelle, whatever. Okay, and then the next thing is tomorrow. I'm gonna flip this down so y'all can see. Tomorrow starts bonus days, and Stampin' Up! Tends to run this every July. So starting tomorrow through the 31st, for every $50 that you spend, then you will get a $5 coupon. You must keep my recommend, and it's sent by email, so it's a code. I would recommend that you make a special folder and save those to your folder, because otherwise, if you lose them, Stampin' Up! Doesn't keep track of them. It's just way too much, so it's going to be your responsibility to track. So just keep that in mind. You'll get $5 for every $50 you spend for the month of July. And then in August is when you will be able to redeem those coupons for the from the 1st to the 31st of August. So if you've got things that you need or want, now would be a good time to go ahead and start making those purchases. All right, the July host code, if you decide to shop with me, then I've got the code right here. You can zoom in for that. It's KD76NT79. And if your order is $150 or more, then do not use this host code. And then you'll get all the benefits from that as well. Okay? All right, so let's get started. I've got 2 really easy cards. I'm trying to go back. You know, sometimes we start making cards and then we forget. You know, we want to get into all these fancy cards, and then sometimes it's nice just to go back to the basics. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to go back to the basics, and I thought with Father's Day coming up, oh, you know what? Father's Day's past, isn't it? I don't know what, you know what? Don't ask me. I don't know what I was thinking. I made this a Father's Day card. I was thinking we were in June. So you can tell where my brain is. All right, so anyways, we can always change the sentiment out and make it a birthday card. So actually, I think I'll do that. Let me grab a birthday card since it's not Father's Day, but it can be a masculine card. So give me 1 second. Let me grab a birthday sentiment. I cannot believe I did that. Let's see. Hang on. Let me find one real quick. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I did that. Where are my sentiments. Hang on. Hang on. I got a birthday one somewhere. All right, this is what we'll do. Okay. I don't know what made me think it was Father's Day. You can see where my brain is. Hey, Shar, how are you? I'm just talking about my card that I made I made it for Father's Day, thinking Father's Day was coming up, so you can tell where my brain's been. All right, so even though this one says Father's Day, we're going to change it up and we'll make it a birthday card. So I think it'll still work. And so let me just pull out my birthday stamp. But we're still good. It'll be all right. Everything will work out. Let me just grab, hang on one second. Give me 1 second. I apologize. As soon as I said that, I thought, what in the world am I thinking? All right, it's fine. We got it. It will work. Okay, so instead of a Father's Day card, this one I did make as a Father's Day card, but we're going to change it up to a birthday card. I'm telling you, I haven't even started the Christmas cards. And so, which usually we should start those in July, right? Okay. Well, this is kind of a neat fold. I got one of these for my birthday from one of my downline. I've been cruising all right. I got one of these from my downline for my birthday, and I liked it. It's a different, so you're going to take, and I'll give you the measurements. You open it. Now, it's just got this cute little flap. Now, you could put something here if you wanted, but it kind of shows off the paper. So that's what I've done. All right, so you just open it up. You could put like a little secret message there if you wanted, like a little love note or just a little short message that they'll see. And then you open it up and it's going to say whatever sentiment you want to put on there. So, and this is using the tool designer paper because that did carry over. So I think that is still available. Now I am using a couple of retired items, but you know what? That's okay. All right, so this is the card that we're going to make, but we'll switch up that sentiment, and that works for everybody. Okay, so we are going to start with a piece of, I'm using basic white, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score this at 4 1/4. So I'm going to go use my Stampin' Trimmer. Now, if you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, I would love to have you work with me. So if you don't have this trimmer, I would highly encourage you to purchase one. I think they're like, it's under $30. I don't think it's quite 30, but don't hold me to that. But it opens up, the arm opens up to 17 inches, and then you've got all of these little 1/4 inch spaces on here, and then it also has centimeters, so that's a good thing too. All right, so we're going to just do a piece of basic white. Now, you want to get take a piece of designer paper, and you want it to be 6 inches. So your 6 by 6 paper will be perfect for this. Hi, Linda Carver. How are you? Happy anniversary. I assume it was yours. I saw it on the thing. Okay, so hang on. I got to find. Oh, you know what? I had an extra bone folder, and I was wondering why I had it over there. Okay, so let me burnish my card. All right. So, see, you never know. It's the comedy hour from Shall We Stamp every Tuesday. Okay, so you want to take a 6 by 6 paper, and you want to make sure your 6 inch is going to go in. If we're going to do the card like this, okay, where it's 8.5 by 5.5, and you're going to fold it over like a book. So you want your 6 inch to go this way, and then when you cut it, you want that to be at 5 1/4. Okay, so we're going to pull this in. Now, I made sure when I cut this that I wanted my pattern for my 6 inch side to go this way, which I did. So now I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4 because I want to be able to have just a little bit of a border. Okay, so we're going to cut it down to 5 1/4, and I'm going to take that off of this side. Well, that wasn't 5 1/4. Oh, you know what? I already had it cut at 5 1/4. Hang on. Well, I just trimmed it up a little bit. You'd think I've been drinking. I had too much water. Okay, it is 5 1/4. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to score this at 2 inches. And let me just confirm that. I'm pretty confident it's 2 inches. that makes sense. So let me just verify that. Yeah, so we're going to score it at 2 inches. And as long as your pattern is the same each way, but if you want to do it correctly, on the 6-inch side, we want to score it at 4 inches. Okay, so 4 inches or 2. I'm going to score it at 2 inches because this is the side that I'm going to fold over. So that's what I would do. Score it at 2 inches. And we'll just do that. Okay. All right, now we're done. That's all we need. And this is a really easy card. So if you've got a lot of 6x6 paper or even your 12x12, cut them down and make the use of your your designer paper and move it. Use it and get rid of it. Because I'm telling you what, I went through today and started cutting up designer paper so I can get it ready to sell, or I think I might do a BOGO here, maybe the end of the month. So anyways, I was doing all of that, and I've got a lot of paper from this past catalog that I didn't use it all up. So I've got bunches, not bunches, but packs of it. So, okay, so you're going to score it at that 2 inches. So then you're going to fold that piece over. Now, okay. And then we're just going to attach this with our adhesive to the front of the card. And it's just a different little fold. And like I said, for those that are just joining, when you see what we're going to do, then we can put a little secret message underneath this flap. I'm not going to do that now, but we could do that if we wanted to. So I'm just going to lay this on here. And that's why when we cut it, we want to make sure it's cut at 5 1/4 this way for this type of card. And then we've got it opening like that, okay? And now we're going to take a 3/4 inch, and I wanted to make sure I got my screws going in the right direction. So we're just going to add this here to separate the red, just to kind of give it a little bit more coordination there. So I'm going to place this down, put a little bit of glue on this. Whoopsie. So that's what I say, and these are pretty easy cards. Whoops. I'm getting glue all over myself. And we'll just put our little screws at the top. And this one, it really doesn't matter because they're all, whoops, let me turn it this way. It does matter, just in my world. All right, and I'm just going to center this on this flap, okay? No right or wrong. I'm just going to center it right there. And I think that's good. All right. Okay, I've got a little bit hanging over. Actually, you can't even see it. It kind of blends in, so I'm not even going to worry about that piece right there. All right, so that's, so this is where you could write like your little hidden message if you wanted, okay? Now, we're going to take 2 pieces of cardstock. We're going to use, this color here is Lost Lagoon, and this is Poppy Parade. So I'm using a rectangle of Poppy Parade, which is 2 1/4 by 2 inches, and this would be dependent on what you're using for your sentiment, okay? And then I've got my white piece cut, which is 1 3/4 by 2, and we're going to stamp our sentiment, and I'm going to stamp that in basic gray because I thought that would be kind of more manly, right? And I am using, just to let you know, this stamp set is a long time ago. This is from 2015. But I like this, Finally a Day That's All About You. I really like that. Thinking I was doing a Father's Day card, but that will still work perfect for a birthday card, right? So it's all about you. So that's why, in case you wonder, it's really good greetings. And this is one of my sets that I have for sale. But anyways, all right, so we're going to stamp that up. And I'm going to stamp it right on this piece of basic white. I feel like I'm crowded for some reason. I think I've got my camera over a little bit to the right. All right, let's see. Hopefully I can get this on here right. So we're going to put that right there. All right, perfect. So that's good. And then we're going to close that up, and we'll stamp the inside in just a minute. Again, it's a very easy card. So I'm just going to attach this to the front of the Poppy Parade. And again, this just gives you an idea, so you can use your stuff that you have at home and start using up your papers and cardstock and all of that, so that then you can start buying more if you need to. All right, so there's that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay it right, I think I'm just going to put it slightly over so it kind of looks centered. And I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back on the left side. Okay, so I'm going to put them right here. So let me grab my dimensionals. Actually, I've got some here that we'll use. I can just cut them off. Now, do y'all use your all your scrappy pieces that are on the edges? Because you don't want to waste these. These are good to use. All right, so we're going to do, I want to make sure I've got my left side, which is right here. So I'm going to lay this one here. And then I'm going to cut another little piece, probably right there. And we'll put this one right next to it. And that's going to just pop it up just a little bit. All right. And we'll peel off our backings to this. See, I told you this is going to be an easy card. All right, and then we're going to put that, whoopsie, so it's so sticky, it's sticking to my fingers. So I'm going to place that right there. I'm just going to go up to my screws, and I'm trying to maybe try to center it right here between these gray lines. It may not be exact, but I think we'll put it right about like that. I think that'll be fine. All right, so we're going to put that there. So there's how you open it. So again, you could put a little, you know, you could put like a little special message in here, or a little love note. You can make a little envelope and put a little, you know, or something if you wanted, or another sentiment, you could put something right there. All right, and then we're going to add some, this is retired as well, sorry. It's the manly stuff that I have, so that's why I'm using it. So I'm going to make a bow, and then we're going to stamp the inside. So let me go ahead and cut. I'm going to do a double bow. At least I'm going to try. Let me get it set. And then we're going to attach this. This used to be the, what is this called? The trim. This is the silver trim. We used to have the silver trim, and I think we've had it up until the last year or so. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, and then we're going to go ahead and make our bow, and then we'll attach it, and we'll trim up our tails. And I thought this would help to make it, give it a little bit more of that masculine look, since we're kind of using the trusty tools, I think is what it's called, paper. So again, thinking it was Father's Day for those that are just joining, which I'm off a month, but we're going to make this a birthday card now. So, but that's okay. I was so proud of myself. I said, oh, Father's Day's coming up. Let's make a Father's Day card. Oh, you're right, Karen. You could put a gift card right here. We could actually, let me grab a gift card. We could actually put a little bit of Tombow right there, a little bit of adhesive, and you could put that thing right underneath there. They wouldn't even know the difference. They would just think that's part of the card. So that's a great idea. Good idea. All right, so I'm going to tighten up my my bow here. Give me just a minute. This stuff is I don't want the bow to be too big, but I thought it would help try to make masculine cards. I don't know about y'all, but I tend to struggle with masculine cards. I think because most of the stamps we get are all feminine, right? So they're mainly for the women, and we don't have a lot of masculine stamps. All right, I know I have my paper snips, so bear with me. Oh, here they are. All right, so I'm just going to trim these tails up over my trash can. Okay. All right, so now we've got that. So let me grab a glue dot, and we're going to add that to the front of the card. So we're going to try to add, do some masculine touches here. So I'm just going to place that right above the corner, and then I'm just going to pop this guy right on there and push it down right in the center of that glue dot so it holds it, and then we'll get my tails pulled in a little bit. And that kind of helps make it look a little bit more masculine. All right, and then we're going to switch gears, and we're going to make this, we're now going to make this a birthday card, since, you know, you just learn how to pivot. So all we're going to do is, I'm using from the Charming Sentiments, and again, this one's retired as well. I really like this stamp set. I wish they would have kept it out, but It's retired, and I haven't bought that many sentiment stamps, so I need to do that. I know we have some in the catalog that are really nice. So I'm just going to make this wishing you the happiest birthdays. So I think the front still will work. So we're going to stamp that right there. And I'm just going to hold it down just for a minute because we are using the photopolymer. There we go. And that gives us a good image. And we're using basic gray. All right. And the last thing, well, two things we're going to do. I did take another piece of the coordinating cardstock, and I am going to attach that to the bottom because I like to decorate my cards, the inside. So I'm going to go ahead. I could have put the screws, but I just thought it'd be nice to pull kind of some of that Poppy Parade in. All right, and then we're going to put this down. Let me see if I got enough glue on it. Let me put a little bit more. So we'll add a little bit more. And this, again, I'm trying to use up my paper, so decorating the inside of the card helps. And then we're going to decorate the outside of our envelope. All right, so we're going to put that right there. And you can either leave a little bit of white showing, it really doesn't matter. Because whoever gets this card, they're just going to be thrilled that you made them a birthday card, right? All right, so there is our masculine, which I thought was kind of cool, and it's a really neat design. Let me show you the one that my downline sent me that gave me the inspiration for this, and it really looks nice. This is what she did. She used the perennial lavender paper, and then the back side is the plaid. So she put a little strip there, and then you just open that up, and then the cards on the inside. So I thought that was really cute. So that's where my inspiration came from. All right, so we have that. Now the next thing, we've got two more things we're going to do. We're going to decorate our envelope, but I also am going to use these, some of these metallic pearls. I think these are retired too, and my apologies for using the retired stuff, but you know, there's not too many left, so I might as well use them up. So I'm just going to put 3 of these on my front of the card, and I'll probably put one, let's just put one right up there. All right, so there is the masculine card, finally a day that really is all about you. And then again, you could put a little hidden message here, put a gift card, and then inside it says wishing you the happiest of birthdays. All right, and then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add our paper. And so I am going to use, make sure you get it, oops, I gotta make sure I got it right, because when the envelope folds, we wanna make sure we've got it down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some adhesive on the envelope. And I use my seal because it's a lot easier. And then I just go, I don't know why I'm out of the camera, hang on. I just go around the outside of the envelope on the edges, all right? And then, that purple paper is so pretty, plus, oh, I know. Oh, yeah, that would look awesome. All right, and then we're going to place this right about here. So it's got the tools on it, so we know that it's going to be for a man in our life, or it could be for a woman if they're into the tools and stuff, so that's all that matters. All right, and then we're just going to trim this up. All right, and then this card will be ready to send out to somebody. All right, and we're going to turn that. I always enjoy covering my envelopes. It always makes them look so much prettier, doesn't it? All right, and there you go. There is our masculine birthday card. Isn't that cute? I just really like the folds. If you like this, it's very easy to do. All right, so there's the first card. So we're going to set this off to the side. Let me move some stuff out of the way, and then we will get started on the next one. Now the next one, I am going to do a little bit of embossing. Now this one we're using, let me get my other block back because I need to use this one for this stamp set, for this sentiment. All right, this one I'm using the new Magnolia Mood, right? Magnolia Mood. And that stamp set is fairly new, obviously. I love this. Do y'all remember, were you around when we had our other Magnolia stamp set? I love that one. So, all right, so this is the Magnolia Mood. It is a red rubber cling, and there are 7 stamps in this set. Beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Just look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? And then they are red rubber. I'm going to do a quick video, I think, one day. I'm just going to pop online. I'm going to show you an easy way, if you're not already, how to apply your stickers on here so that you get them on there the right way. I'm going to do that one day next week. I'll just pop on and do it. So, and then it comes with, if you buy the bundle, it comes with 10 dies. This is all one piece right here, and then you've got these different leaves and little flowers here that you can cut out without doing any stamping, and then these will cut out the images here that you need to stamp, okay? All right, so that's what we're going to do. That's what we're using, I should say. And then I'll show you the card, and this is the card. Isn't this pretty? Oops, let me get down here. So that is using the Magnolia Mood. And this is Granny Apple Green, Night of Navy, and then, of course, basic white cardstock on the inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, let me bring in my papers. Now, I will do a little bit of embossing because I want to show you, and I don't know if you can see it. I embossed, once I applied the white to the navy, Night of Navy, then I embossed it with one of the our little splatter. It's for the mini Stamp and Cut Emboss machine, and it's got the splatter marks on it, and I thought that was pretty. All right, so we're going to do this one at, again, it's going to be 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. So I'm going to be a good girl and pull in my Stampin' Trimmer, and we're going to score this at 4 1/4 because it makes it much easier when we do that. All right, and then we're going to fold it. And it doesn't matter, you know, if you fold it one way and you've got them off a little bit, you can always fold it back the other way. Sometimes it matches right up like this one does. It makes it right perfect. So again, we'll take our bone folder and do a good crease, and we'll flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. All right, and then we're going to take a piece of 3, I think it's 3.5. Hold on a second. This piece is, yes, 3.5 by 5.5 of Night of Navy. If you have a nice piece of designer series paper that maybe has a nice, not a lot of design on the back side, you could use a piece of designer paper. That would work just as well. So we're going to attach that on here, but before we do that, we're going to attach 2 pieces of basic white, and then we're going to run it through the Stampin' Cut machine because we're going to emboss it. These are, you got 2 strips that are going to be 1 3/8 by, should be 5.5, yeah, 1 3/8 by 5.5, and we're going to have 2 of those. So what we're going to do is we're just going to lay them on here. So just have a small border, and my white's going to be a little bit long, which is fine. I do that on purpose so I can trim it because I don't like it to be, in case it comes up too short. All right, so I'm going to add this here, and then the other one we're going to leave a gap in the middle, and we're just going to lay them, you know, attach them with a little, so you're just saving some paper, that's all. But it's just another nice way, and it gives you that little gap in the center. So we're going to put this on, and I thought this was a really nice card. And this stamp set, I just think is absolutely beautiful. And when I show you the flower that we're using, I just stamped it in black, and it just looks stunning. It really does. So I'm just going to leave a small little border right here. I'm going to move it over just a little bit, and then I will trim up because I do have a little bit hanging over, and then we'll go ahead and add this piece as well. So again, this is just showing you how you can make some easy easy cards that are going to be really beautiful cards. And it won't take you that long to make these. And again, we'll do the same thing. We're going to line it up from top to bottom or bottom to top and leave a little bit of border. And then these should go right to the top, and I'll trim those off. Because I like to, because sometimes if I cut them at 5 1/2 or 5 1/4, it never fails. I cut it a little bit too short, and then you're trying to figure out how to make it look like it's not missing. So then I just come back, flip it over, and just trim off the little bit of extra. And we didn't waste that much, so that's good. So that's what we've done there. Now we're going to pull in the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. We're going to do the baby one. And I'm using the splatter and folder, the embossing folder. So I'm going to lay this in here, and we're going to emboss the two together. So let me get this up so I can make sure that we get it in the folder. Right up to where the embossing part is. Now I've got the navy is hanging over a little bit, which is fine. That's not going to be a big deal. And then let me bring in the die cutting machine. I was going to do this, and I thought, no, let me just do it on camera so that y'all can see. Not that you don't know how to do this. Hey, Carol. But sometimes you just want to do it just because you can. All right, so we're going to lay this in here. And this particular one, you just want to use both of your clear plates because it will go through. There is a plate that is made for the thicker ones, and it tells you what number that you need to use. But I found on this one it works fine with these two pieces. So I'm just going to set that in there. Turn it this way. And then I'm going to just get my exercise and start cranking away. And we're going to emboss it and put some splatter on our white and navy. All right, so let me move this out of the way. And this is just a quick, easy way that you can add some texture to your cards as well. All right, so there you go. You can see that I've put the splatter on there. All right, let me refresh the comments. It says I have an error. Okay, so there's that. Carol, we're using Granny Apple Green. It's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And then this is a piece of Night of Navy, which is 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then our pieces of basic white are 1 3/8 by 5 1/2. And I did 2 of them, so it kind of gives us a little gape there for where we're going to place our flowers. And we're using the Magnolia Mood stamp set and dies. Okay, so what I did was I stamped 3 of these little beautiful flowers in black, Memento Black, and then I ran them through the die cutting machine and cut those out. And I used the Granny Apple Stampin' Right, the blends. And I did the dark in the dark areas, and then I used the light in the lighter areas. But look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? It's just, that's from the Memento Black, but it kind of gives it like a gray look. And I just think it looks really, I don't know, I just think it looks really sophisticated. So again, like I said, this is going to be a very easy card. So let's go ahead. We're going to add this piece now, because then we can go ahead and add those after we get this on here. So all I'm going to do is add my adhesive to the back. And then, and of course, this has been embossed, so you might want to put just a little bit more adhesive just to make sure that it's going to hold. And then we're just going to center this, and it's going to go from top to bottom. So I'm just eyeballing it to make sure I've got it straight. And I'm going to shift it over just a little bit, which is what the Tombow allows us to do. And, all right, so we've got that on there. Okay, now we're going to take our 3 flowers, and we're going to add some dimensionals to the back so that we can pop them up. And I'm going to put a big one right in the center of each of the flowers. And then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to use some of the mini dimensionals. I'm going to put 2 on, well, you know what? We probably don't need 2. I'm going to put 1 on each of the leaves. All right, so we'll just do, if you hear snorting, that's the dog in the background. I tell you what, that dog she is just a crazy girl. And you can tell she's getting older because she's starting to lose it. She'll walk around, and then she just walks and stands there like, okay, did I forget where I'm going? And Chuck and I just laugh. But we've decided, you know, we don't know how long she's going to be with us, but we're letting her do her thing and not going to say anything. Oh, I had little black ones out here, but anyways, that's all right. Okay, so I've put a large one and two little mini ones on the flowers. So now this is the easy part. We're just going to take the backings off, and we're going to place our flowers on the card. Whoops, I don't want to do that yet. And let me go ahead and pull the backings off, and then we can start placing these. And I have a sentiment, and don't ask me why. When I was making my card yesterday and I was cutting all the materials for this one, I stamped the sentiment. Don't ask me why, because I even brought the ink out, and I thought, why did I do that? I've already stamped the, you know, the daggone thing, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay, so again, we're using Granny Apple Green cardstock, Night of Navy, or as I mentioned, you could use a piece of designer paper that might have a nice design in the back, or a calm color that you can use. Either way, it's fine. It's your card. You can make it however you want to make it. All right, so we're going to place these on here, and I'm just going to line them up, and I'm going to kind of turn them each in different directions. So I'm just going to place one up towards the top, and then I'm going to put one towards the center, and I'm going to turn it this way. All right, and then for my last one, I want to leave room for my sentiment. Now, I just, again, depending on what sentiment you're going to use, you just cut it and stamp it, whatever. I'm using, and this is going to sound weird, I'm using Pretty Peacock, but I really thought when you look at this and the Granny Apple and the Night of Navy, I just think it looks really, it kind of really looks beautiful. Look at that, can you tell? So that's what I did. So I want to put this here, and I'm going to pop that on dimensionals as well. So then I want to have room. So I'm going to place this guy a little bit towards the bottom, and again, I'm going to tilt it this way. And I think I should be good with putting my sentiment right there. All right, so let's go ahead and get that done. And I'm going to use a strip so I can use up these pieces that I've got here. And I'm going to place that on the back of this. And that's probably all we need. And then we'll decorate the front. But don't you see how pretty this card is? I tell you, I just really find that it's just a really beautiful card. So I'm going to tuck this under because I don't want to take up my flower. Oh, wait, before I do that, can't put that down. We're going to put some ribbon on. I forgot. And we're going to add some pearls. All right, this is the metallic edged ribbon. I think this is still, this may be retired too for all I know. You know, the rate I'm going, everything I'm using today is almost retired. So, but that's all right. All right, I'm going to trim up my tails just a little bit. So I'm going to bring my ribbon scissors in. And we're going to add a glue dot to this. So before I put my sentiment down, I want to make sure that I've got this adhered. So I'm going to place it right here, and then I'll put my sentiment on top. So I'm going to take a glue dot. Once I find it, bear with me. All right, so we're going to take, and I'm going to put a glue dot right on. Hang on, I got to find, oh, I thought I picked it up with my thumb. All right, so I'm going to put a glue dot in the center right here just to hold my ribbon down to make my ribbon, you know, ribbon type thing. And then I'm going to lay this here. If this is too long, I'll probably trim it. So actually, I think I will. I think that's a little bit too long. Let's see. We put our sentiment. Bear with me because now I'm playing. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to trim it down just a little bit because I want this to go here. Yeah, let's trim this down just a little bit more. All right, and then we'll glue this down. So I'm just going to come up like this and cut that like that. I think that'll be good. We should still be able to see that. Okay, so now I'm going to take another glue dot, and I'm just going to lay it right down where I think I want my ribbon to go. And I'm going to tuck it under this the bottom flower. So I'm just going to lay it right there. And then that's where he's going to go. And that part's going to get covered up, so it's really not going to make that much difference. And then we're going to place this right over that piece of ribbon. And then we're going to tack that down because we do have our dimensionals under there. And actually, I don't like the way this looks, so I'm going to trim this way. And I'll trim this one up just a little bit as well. That way they'll just go the same direction. All right, so there's that. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add some pearls. I always forget about my pearls. And I've got a drawer full of these guys. So I'm going to place 3 pearls on here, and I really think that it adds to it. Now, when you go to mail this, you're going to want to place a piece. What I do is I put a piece of cardstock over top or anything that will help keep those down. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp one of the flowers, and we're going to put that on the inside of our card. And I'm just going to stamp that in basic black, and we'll color it in with our markers. So blends, I should say, not the markers. All right, so let's get that done. And I'm just going to put this down in the right-hand corner. Probably because I'm right-handed, I guess. I'm not sure. So let's just place that right there. All right. Isn't that pretty? Even just black and white, it looks stunning. It really does. I just love the way they've designed this flower. And then I'm going to bring in the grainy apple. And I'm taking the dark. And I am going to... Let me get a piece of paper. I'll just use this right here. I'm going to color the darker spots, the black. I know you probably can't see it much, but I'm just going to color it with the grainy apple green, the dark green. And then I'll come back and do the light in those white areas. And I'm just going to do the bottom part of this little guy right here. And I know you don't see much of it because the black is kind of taken over it, but I think it just helps the way it looks. And so I'm just going to come in with my light, and we'll just color these in. All right. And then don't you just love how that looks? Isn't that pretty? And that just makes it look so stunning, doesn't it? All right. And then we're going to go ahead and add this to the inside of our card. And let's get that done. And if you're just joining us, you can go back and watch the replay. I have given you all of the measurements. And if you like what you see, leave me a comment, and make sure, if you don't mind, to share with your friends, crafting friends or enemies. It doesn't matter. All right, there's our card. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that pretty? And I'm not going to put a sentiment on the inside. I'm going to leave this one. I've got happy birthday on the outside, so we can just use that. And then the other card that we did, again, for those that just joined, I'm using, I think it's the Trusty Tools paper that did carry over from the catalog. And I'm using a retired stamp that's from 2015 called Really, what was it? Really Good. I can't remember what it is now. What is it? Hang on a minute. Really Good Greetings. And it's finally a day that's really is all about you. And this is a fun fold. So here you can put like a little secret message or a little gift card or something if you want to do that. And then you just open this up. And then we've stamped wishing you the happiest birthdays, and then brought in a piece of the coordinating cardstock, and we decorated our envelope. So, all right, there are the 2 cards that we made this evening. I hope you all enjoyed these. And look, we're actually getting done almost 10 minutes early. Can you believe that? So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday evening with me. I greatly appreciate it. Have a great 4th of July. Have a great weekend. I will be back next Tuesday. I may pop on, I don't know, I may pop on at some point during the day and go over how you can put your labels on your stamps. And if you are interested, I still have some mystery boxes available. If you are interested, just leave me a message. Just say mystery box, and I'll send you the link. They're $95, and they have at least $150, if not $170 some worth of product. retired product from Stampin' Up. So, all right, everyone. Thanks again for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Have a great week. Enjoy your 4th of July. And I will see you all this next week. Bye now.